Module 4, How to prepare a lesson plan for your learning environments. Objectives. At the end of this module, teachers and trainers will be familiarized with different lesson shapes. Plan a lesson according to the lesson plan templates. Be aware of the common planning mistakes. Learn how to set up an activity. Create content that is engaging, relevant, and authentic. Learning subunits. Subunit 1, Lesson Stages. Subunit 2, Common Planning Mistakes. Subunit 3, How to set up an activity. Subunit 4, Easy Planning with Lesson Plan Templates. Subunit 1, Lesson Stages. Effective teaching requires a structured approach that accommodates the unique needs and developmental stages of students. In primary schools, lesson stages are crafted with an emphasis on fostering curiosity, engagement, and hands-on learning. In secondary schools, the lesson stages evolve to accommodate the intellectual maturity of older students. Throughout both primary and secondary schools, a well-structured lesson plan, incorporating these stages, ensures that educators provide a comprehensive and engaging learning experience, fostering a love for learning and preparing students for academic challenges ahead. Lesson stages in primary schools. Introduction. Objective: introduce the topic in a simple and engaging manner. Activities: storytelling, start with a captivating story related to the lesson. Visuals: use colorful visuals like pictures or diagrams to grab attention. Interactive games: incorporate brief, age-appropriate games to set a positive tone. Engage. Objective: elicit curiosity and activate prior knowledge. Activities: show and tell, allow students to bring items related to the topic. Hands-on activities: introduce a short hands-on activity to pique interest. Short videos: use multimedia resources to introduce key concepts in an engaging way. Explore. Objective: delve into the core content using age-appropriate methods. Activities: group activities, facilitate group activities to encourage collaboration. Simple experiments, conduct basic, safe experiments to illustrate concepts. Interactive storytelling, engage students in interactive storytelling to explore concepts. Explain. Objective: present key concepts in a straightforward manner. Activities: visual aids, use simple diagrams, charts, or flashcards to explain ideas. Interactive activities, incorporate hands-on activities to reinforce understanding. Role-playing, allow students to act out scenarios related to the lesson. Elaborate. Objective: encourage creativity and application of knowledge. Activities: art projects, integrate creative tasks related to the lesson. Role-playing, expand on role-playing activities to deepen understanding. Simple problem-solving tasks, introduce basic problem-solving tasks to apply knowledge. Evaluate. Objective: assess basic understanding through simple methods. Activities: quizzes, short, interactive quizzes to check comprehension. Class discussions, evaluate understanding through class discussions. Short written exercises, assess learning through brief written exercises. Conclusion. Objective: summarize key points and provide closure. Activities: brief review, recap main concepts through a brief review. Answer questions, allow students to ask questions for clarification. Light homework, assign light homework to reinforce learning. Table 1 below provides an outline of the lesson stages, objectives, and suggested activities for each lesson in primary schools. Lesson stages in secondary schools. Introduction. Objective: provide a detailed introduction with clear learning objectives. Activities: real-world scenarios, present a scenario related to the lesson's practical application. Multimedia presentations use visuals, videos, or slideshows to set the context. Brief discussions initiate discussions about the relevance of the topic. Engage. Objective, create relevance and interest for older students. Activities, current events discussion, discuss current events related to the lesson. Role-playing, engage students in role-playing scenarios that relate to the topic. Multimedia resources, utilize documentaries, interviews, or guest speakers for engagement. Explore. Objective, provide in-depth content with more complexity. Activities, group discussions, facilitate discussions on complex aspects of the topic. Case studies, analyze real-life case studies related to the lesson. Demonstrations, use demonstrations or experiments to illustrate intricate concepts. Explain. Objective, provide a detailed explanation with more complexity. Activities, lecture, deliver a comprehensive lecture on key concepts. Multimedia presentations, use advanced multimedia presentations for clarity. Guided discussions, facilitate guided discussions to ensure understanding. Elaborate. Objective, foster critical thinking and independent application. Activities, group projects, assign in-depth group projects related to the lesson. Debates, engage students in debates on controversial aspects of the topic. Real-world application tasks, assign tasks that require applying knowledge to real-world scenarios. Evaluate. Objective, assess deeper understanding and critical thinking. Activities, examinations, conduct comprehensive examinations to assess knowledge. Presentations, have students present their understanding of the topic. Research projects, assign research projects that demand critical analysis. Conclusion. Objective, reinforce learning objectives and connect to real-world applications. Activities, review main concepts, summarize and review the main concepts covered. Answer questions, allow students to ask questions for clarification. Assign in-depth homework, provide additional reading or complex assignments for further exploration. Table 2 below provides an outline of the lesson stages, objectives, and suggested activities for each lesson in secondary schools. Subunit 2, Common Planning Mistakes. Effective lesson planning is essential for creating engaging and meaningful learning experiences. In the process of preparing lesson plans, teachers and trainers may inadvertently make certain common planning mistakes that can impact the effectiveness of their teaching. Subunit 2 focuses on familiarizing educators with different lesson shapes, providing templates for effective planning, and addressing these common mistakes. This subunit aims to enlighten participants on these mistakes, enabling them to craft more successful and engaging lessons. Let's delve into some common planning mistakes. 1. Lack of clarity in objectives. Mistake, not clearly defining what students should know or be able to do by the end of the lesson. Impact, without clear objectives, lessons lack direction, and students may struggle to grasp the purpose of the learning experience. Mitigation, clearly articulate learning objectives, ensuring they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. Ignoring different learning styles. Mistake, overlooking the diversity of learning styles within the classroom. Impact, some students may disengage if the lesson does not cater to their preferred learning modality. Mitigation, incorporate a variety of activities and instructional methods to address visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners. 3. Overlooking assessment strategies. Mistake, failing to plan assessments that align with learning objectives. Impact, inaccurate assessments can lead to misjudgments about student understanding. Mitigation, align assessments with learning objectives and consider a mix of formative and summative assessment methods. 4. Poor time management. Mistake, inadequate allocation of time for each stage of the lesson. Impact, rushed or extended stages may hinder understanding or result in incomplete coverage of essential content. Mitigation, create a realistic timeline for each stage, allowing for flexibility when needed. 5. Failure to differentiate instruction. Mistake, neglecting to tailor instruction to meet the diverse needs of students. Impact, some students may struggle, while others may find the content unchallenging. Mitigation, differentiate instruction by providing varied levels of difficulty, additional resources, or alternative tasks to meet individual student needs. 6. Neglecting to reflect on previous lessons. Mistake, failing to reflect on the effectiveness of previous lessons. Impact, inconsistent improvement and missed opportunities for refining teaching strategies. Mitigation, regularly reflect on lessons, seeking feedback from students and colleagues, and adjusting teaching approaches accordingly. 7. Not adapting to student feedback. Mistake, disregarding feedback from students regarding their learning preferences and needs. Impact, missed opportunities to enhance student engagement and understanding. Mitigation, encourage open communication with students, seeking feedback on lesson structures and adjusting plans accordingly. Subunit 3, How to set up an activity. To prepare for a lesson effectively, it is crucial to consider various factors such as the lesson objectives, content, structure, timing, and assessment tasks. A well-structured lesson plan should clearly define the main aim and outcomes of the lesson, outline the content to be covered, establish the structure and timing of activities, and specify the assessment tasks to evaluate student learning. Setting up an activity for lessons requires careful planning and consideration of students' developmental needs, interests, and learning objectives. Let's delve into a step-by-step guide on how to set up an activity for lessons at the schools. 1. Identify learning objectives. Determine the specific learning objectives you want to achieve through the activity. These objectives should align with the curriculum and cater to the developmental needs of the students. To ensure that the activity is aligned with the desired learning outcomes, it is important to clearly identify the learning objectives. 2. Select an engaging activity. Choose an activity that is interactive, hands-on, and age-appropriate. Consider activities such as group discussions, games, role-plays, experiments, art projects, or storytelling that will capture students' interest and actively involve them in the learning process. 3. Prepare materials and resources. Gather all the materials and resources needed for the activity in advance. This may include worksheets, props, art supplies, multimedia resources, or any other materials necessary to facilitate the activity effectively. Below is a table outlining the steps to prepare materials and resources to set up an activity for lessons. 4. Plan clear instructions. Develop clear and concise instructions for the activity that are easy for primary school students to understand. Break down the steps of the activity and provide examples or demonstrations if necessary to ensure students know what is expected of them. 5. Organize the learning environment. Set up the classroom or learning environment in a way that supports the activity. Arrange desks or seating arrangements to facilitate group work, create designated areas for different parts of the activity, and ensure that materials are easily accessible to students. 6. Establish rules and expectations. Review the rules and expectations for the activity with students before beginning. Clearly communicate behavioral expectations, rules for participation, and any safety guidelines to ensure a productive and safe learning environment. 7. Provide support and differentiation. Anticipate the needs of diverse learners in the classroom and provide support and differentiation as needed. Consider how to scaffold the activity to accommodate students with varying abilities, learning styles, and language proficiency levels. 8. Facilitate active participation. Encourage active participation and engagement from all students throughout the activity. Ask open-ended questions, provide opportunities for students to share their ideas and perspectives, and offer praise and encouragement to motivate students to participate. 9. Monitor and assess progress. Circulate the classroom during the activity to monitor students' progress, provide support and feedback, and address any questions or challenges that arise. Use formative assessment techniques to gauge student understanding and adjust instruction as needed. 10. Reflect and debrief. After the activity, take time to reflect on its effectiveness. Consider what worked well, what could be improved, and any insights gained about students' learning. Debrief with students to review key concepts, reinforce learning objectives, and celebrate their achievements. Subunit 4, Easy Planning with Lesson Plan Templates. Planning a lesson. Planning for a lesson is a teacher's detailed description of a lesson which is prepared before they start teaching. It covers the learning trajectory and course of action for each lesson taught and acts as a comprehensive daily guide for what students are going to learn. It's useful to think about how a student's learning can be measured, as this really shows how useful the lesson was and what needs to be improved and worked upon in future lessons. The plan itself will vary based on each teacher's individual preference, what subject is being covered in the lesson, as well as the needs of each student in the class. Why is lesson planning important? Planning a lesson is a really effective tool to use in the classroom. It makes the best use of class time and ensures as much lesson time as possible is used to teach new concepts, build on students' prior knowledge, and to promote meaningful discussions. It gives teachers a detailed outline to follow, so it helps them be even better teachers. It plays a role in the learning experience of students and how engaged they will be in their subjects. Even if it can feel a little overwhelming to pin down specific objectives and outcomes for every lesson you teach, approaching students with a clear path in mind is so important to get your entire class on the right track. Advantages of using lesson plan templates. Lesson plan templates are valuable tools that help educators organize and structure their instructional activities effectively. Here are some benefits of using lesson plan templates. Structured format. Lesson plan templates typically feature a structured format with sections for objectives, materials, procedures, assessment, and reflection. Time saving. Templates save time for educators by providing pre-designed formats that can be easily customized for different lessons. Consistency. Using a consistent format across lessons ensures uniformity and coherence in instruction. Alignment with standards. Lesson plan templates often include sections for aligning instructional activities with academic standards or learning objectives. Flexibility. While templates provide a structured framework, they also offer flexibility for customization based on individual teaching styles, student needs, and instructional preferences. Resource organization. Lesson plan templates typically include sections for listing materials, resources, and references needed for the lesson. This helps teachers organize and gather necessary materials in advance, ensuring smooth execution of instructional activities during the lesson. Reflection and revision. Many templates include sections for reflection and evaluation, allowing teachers to assess the effectiveness of the lesson after it is implemented. Teachers can reflect on what worked well, what could be improved, and make revisions for future lessons based on feedback and observations. Types of lesson plans. Lesson plans are essential tools that educators use to organize and deliver instructional content effectively. There are various types of lesson plans, each designed to meet different instructional needs and objectives. In this subunit, 3E, 5E, and 7E lesson plan samples will be introduced. 3E Lesson Plan. The 3E lesson plan is an instructional framework that incorporates three main stages. 1. Engage. The engage stage aims to capture students' interest and activate their prior knowledge related to the topic. 2. Explore. In the Explore stage, students have opportunities to explore concepts and phenomena through hands-on activities or inquiry-based investigations. 3. Explain. The Explain stage provides students with direct instruction and explanations to help them make sense of their observations and experiences. 5E Lesson Plan. The 5 ES stand for Engage, Explore, Explain, Elaborate, and Evaluate, representing 5 stages that structure the learning process. 1. Engage. In the Engage stage, the goal is to capture students' interest and activate their prior knowledge related to the topic. 2. Explore. The Explore stage provides students with opportunities to explore concepts and phenomena through hands-on activities or inquiry-based investigations. 3. Explain. In the Explain stage, students receive direct instruction and explanations to help them make sense of their observations and experiences from the Explore stage. 4. Elaborate. The Elaborate stage allows students to extend and apply their understanding of the topic through additional activities or real-world connections. 5. Evaluate. The Evaluate stage assesses student learning and understanding of the topic. Teachers administer assessments, quizzes, or performance tasks to gauge student mastery of the learning objectives. The 5E Lesson Plan provides a structured framework for designing and delivering inquiry-based learning experiences that engage students, promote active learning, and foster deeper understanding of content. 7E Lesson Plan. The 7E Lesson Plan is an instructional model that builds upon the 5E Lesson Plan framework by adding 2 additional stages, Engage and Elicit. While the 5E model focuses on Engage, Explore, Explain, Elaborate, and Evaluate, the 7E model expands upon these stages to include the following. 1. Excite. Similar to the Excite stage in the 5E model, the Engage stage in the 7E model aims to capture students' interest and activate their prior knowledge related to the topic. 2. Explore. In the Explore stage, students engage in hands-on activities or inquiry-based investigations to explore concepts and phenomena related to the topic. 3. Explain. The Explain stage provides direct instruction and explanations to help students make sense of their observations and experiences from the Explore stage. 4. Expand. In the Expand stage, students expand and apply their understanding of the topic through additional activities or real-world connections. 5. Extend. The Extend stage provides opportunities for students to further explore and deepen their understanding of the topic beyond the classroom. 6. Exchange. The Exchange stage promotes collaboration and communication among students. Students share their ideas, observations, and findings with their peers through discussions, presentations, or group activities. 7. Examine. The Examine stage assesses student learning and understanding of the topic. Teachers administer assessments, quizzes, or performance tasks to gauge student mastery of the learning objectives. The 7E Lesson Plan provides a comprehensive framework for designing and delivering engaging and inquiry-based learning experiences that promote student-centered learning, critical thinking, and deep understanding of content. By incorporating additional stages such as Engage and Elicit, teachers can create meaningful and impactful learning experiences that address diverse learning needs and promote student success. Similarities and differences between types of lesson plans. All 3 models emphasize inquiry-based learning, active student engagement, and exploration of concepts. They follow a sequential structure that guides the teaching and learning process. Each model incorporates stages for introducing the topic, facilitating exploration, providing explanations, extending learning, and assessing understanding. The 5E and 7E models are more comprehensive than the 3E model, as they include additional stages for elaboration, evaluation, and extension of learning. The 7E model further expands upon the 5E model with 2 additional stages, Excite and Exchange, to further engage students and promote collaboration. Table 4 below indicates the similarities and differences between the 3E, 5E, and 7E lesson plans. In summary, while the 3E, 5E, and 70 lesson plans share similarities in their emphasis on inquiry-based learning. They differ in their comprehensiveness and inclusivity. Educators can choose the model that best fits their instructional goals, subject matter, and the needs of their students. Overall, Module 4 equips participants with the knowledge and skills necessary to prepare effective lesson plans tailored to their specific learning environments. Resources. References. Thanks for your attention.